Yes, guys, welcome back to SFeatleyTV, and I thought I'd do a special F1 sort of show because it's the big talking point everyone's been talking about. It's the what's happened in the Brazilian Grand Prix. Sure, everyone's seen it. It's the every F1 fan's seen it, of course. It's the Max versus Hamilton incident in lap 48, turn 4. And I want to go back and go through it with you guys and show you and leave it up to you. I'm gonna put the question in the chat that I want to put up. So I'm gonna quickly go and do that now. And you can answer the question as we're going along. Like, do you feel Max was deserving of a penalty or not? You could put, yeah, let's do it right now. So penalty for this. Shit, sorry. Sorry. I don't think we all agree it's Max's fault, but does he deserve a penalty over it? Does he deserve a penalty? Incident. There you go. There you go. Put it in the chat now. So go and answer that question. Actually, let me just quickly bring it up. Right. So I got in that poll, so I forgot to put yes or no, didn't I? Stupid. Right, give me a sec, guys. I'll be 2 secs. 2 secs. If I can refresh the damn thing. No. There you go. I don't get this. This is not working. Why is it not working? Why is it not working? Honestly. Right, there you go. Yes. Oh, sorry about that, guys. After big up. Right. Big up, Mr. K. I hope you're well. Boom. Yeah, boom, boom. Yeah, so we're going to go through the incident. I'm going to show you my take on it, obviously. So make sure you keep it locked. Try to do it also without being copyrighted at the same time. Anyway, I thought I could do it like in slow motion, but I can't do it. If you could do it in little tiny stills, frame stills, you'll get away with it, but I can't seem to do it, so don't know why. Won't let me. But like, I'm gonna show you now. Like, so Hamilton's managed to get the DRS on him. So as you can see, as you get to that, so you're coming up to 150-meter board, and Lewis starts appearing in your mirrors. But up to 150 board, Hamilton's already alongside him. We get a little bit further beyond the 150-meter board. Hamilton has half of his cars now past Max Verstappen. we now get to even further to the 50-meter board. Towards just before the 50-meter board, or round about where Hamilton is now, is where drivers think of braking into that corner for turn 4. And if you see Hamilton, Hamilton brakes that at just before the 50-meter board, you can see Max is braked very late, which is already made him gain. But because he's broken so late, he's struggled to make the apex of the corner. He still hasn't made the apex of the corner. So he hasn't still got into the corner yet. He's already missed the apex. And then if you see the turning angle, if you watch the turning angle of the car, like, it's going like, if you followed it round, it will be going round. Sorry, it will be, you can see, look, just in that movement, he's hardly turned the steering wheel, which meant he's now physically drawn wide. Look at it. You can see Hamilton there. Hamilton's front wing is here. Hamilton's front wing is there. That little team bit there, that's Hamilton's front wing. Right, so Hamilton's side by side with him, so he knows he's there. He's missed the apex already, so you can see the trajectory is going around. He'll be missing that corner, like, at that steering angle. Now, apparently, what Max Verstappen has said in his press conference, this is his press conference. This is what he had to say, right? Let's stop sharing that screen. I'm also going to go to F1. Let's make sure you smash the like, guys, as well. Make sure you hit that like button as well. I want to go to... And... I need to find where I found it the other day. Try and find it where... Because I think he mentioned something, I can't remember where it was actually. He mentioned something to the papers. Because I'm trying to find it. Sorry, I do apologise. Trying to find it. Actually, do you know what? Sorry, I know where I can find it. Sorry, I just had a brainwave. Sorry, guys, I know I can find it. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Go on Twitter. Get out of there. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the profile. So I retweeted it, I think. Yeah. This is where I found it. Like Autosport, that's where it was. Yeah, that's where it was. Like this is what he said on the run up to this Grand Prix. Max Verstappen has defended his shallow steering input put in his Formula One Brazilian Grand Prix clash with Lewis Hamilton, saying if he turned his wheel even more, he would have spun the car. Right? He would have spun the car. That's what he would have said. That's what he said. Right? That's what Max Verstappen said. All these Max Verstappen fanboys, that's what your man has said. Right? If he had turned in anymore, he would have spun the car. Right? Now, I'm gonna quickly come back out of that. I'm gonna quickly go back to the onboard. Like, if you look at the onboard, so he's hardly turned in. Now watch the steering angle. I'm gonna move it just a second. Now look. Oh look, he's turning even more now. Because he's now realised he's not making the corner. Right? So hang on. How is it you're saying at this point here, you can't turn the car anymore because you'll spin the car, right? So why is it then, if I just move it a second, not even a second, half a second, like you're already turning even more? So why is it now you're turning even more sharply? I thought you said if you do that, you spin the car. That makes no sense. Like this Max, you're talking crap. You're talking crap because you're guilty. Right? Simple as that. You ran him off the road. Simple as that. Like, it's the most clearest thing sort of running off the road I've seen since I don't know, Senna Prost, Michael Schumacher Hill. Take your pick. Which one? Like Schumacher Villeneuve, that's another one. Like, and he said he didn't need to look back at the footage because he's driving a car. Schumacher said he didn't need to look at the footage of when he took out Villeneuve, saying Villeneuve hit him, but actually when he looked back at it, he found that it was the other way around. So maybe you need to look at your on board, mate, because like what you've just said in your press conference and what you did on board speaks volumes. It speaks that you're lying, right? And as soon as he knew he was not making the corner, he just turns the steering out again. He doesn't even try and keep to like trying to turn in even more. He just that's it, bang, done. Like, but people want to sit here and say to me, like, it's like Matt shouldn't get a penalty. Are we serious? Are we serious? And we are gonna let this carry on? And I said it on another channel just now. It's on Starting Grid Formula One. Go just subscribe to them. Make sure you do. Like I said to them with Chelsea and Lauren, right? It's not so much this incident. It's past incidents that's done this. He did it to Leclerc in 2019 in Austria. Mexico 2019, what did he do in qualifying? Oh yeah, totally disregarded yellow flags and safety. How many times has he, like, British Grand Prix? 50-50. I'll give you that one. It's 50-50. Hamilton was partly to blame, but so was Max. Right, I'm not having it saying it's all Hamilton's fault. Monza. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like Monza nearly kills Hamilton. If it weren't for the halo, he would have killed him. Right? So, you know what I mean? So, like, how long are we going to sit here and let this carry on. Because the more this carries on, the more we don't give him a penalty, the more he'll keep doing this. And before you know it, he ends up hurting someone or himself very, very badly. He has got a total disregard for safety, right? It's kind of the mentality that's showing that he is quite happy to take someone out to win a title. That's what that move proved to me. That move proved to me he has got such a drive to win it. He will quite. If he had the choice to kill Hamilton to win the championship, he'd probably do it. In that moment, he'll probably do it. Like run him off the road and kill him just to win it. Like I'm honestly saying that because that's what it's proving to me. Because he is not at any point taken like at any point any advice, anything. He's quite happy to sit there and quite happy to the point of um everyone has to back down or I take them off. And in the end, someone he is gonna kill someone. It's simple as that. Like you can't sit there in a press conference and defend your steering angle saying I didn't turn anymore because I would have spun the car. When on board it says it shows you change your steering angle 3 times. 3 times you changed your steering angle. 3 times. And you're saying you couldn't turn in more. Are you honestly having us on? Are you honestly expecting us to believe that? Like, F1 fans aren't dumb. Like, they know that's crap. That is bullshit. Right? That I'm sorry, Max. That is bullshit. It's bullshit. What he said there is bullshit. Right? He's guilty of sin, and you can see it. Right? By the way he's responding, you can see he's guilty of sin. Right? But will the FIA punish him? I don't know. Like, if the FIA had any balls about them, like, they'd actually punish him now. They'd actually do it now. Like, people are saying, like, it's not fair on Verstappen to get a time penalty. Well, it's not fair for Hamilton to get taken out off the road, to be honest. But there you go. Like, but hey, that's just me. But like, people saying it's not fair, but then life's not fair. But then like he decided to make the maneuver. So what do you want him to do? Like, if he's decided to make the maneuver, he's got to be prepared to take the consequences. Like, and he was quite happy to accept the consequences of taking Hamilton out and practically winning the title. Like, you don't know what could, and people saying, "Oh, you overreacted, Steve. You never killed him in that instant." Yeah, well, okay. Like, if same as 2017 is, am I overreacting then? Because actually, that semi like, because if it happened in 2017 in Monza, what happened in the 2021 Grand Prix? If it happened in 2017 with a halo, Hamilton's dead, good as dead. Like, and actually, what's funny is if you go back to that last season with no halo, like, he actually did the same thing to Massa, like jump over those curbs and hit him. Like, he did the same thing. He's got total disregard for anyone else on the circuit, right? And he's been given such a green pass by the FIA for so long now. It's unreal. And I'm sorry, it's about time this guy got punished. And you know what? I hate to be made an example of, but yeah, he does, to be honest, because he's painted the target on his own back. That's what he's done, and he needs to actually now like face the music and face the consequences. If he had the I'm sorry, he should have the balls to just come out and say sorry. Like, yeah, I went too deep into the corner and I didn't turn in enough. Like, and I ran him off the road. Like, you'd have more respect for him, but to at least admitting it. But like, to pathetically defend it, like, oh, if I turned in more, I'd have spun the car. Well, how is it that car's the fastest car on the grid? If you're managing to spin the car but just turned into a corner. How's that car now been the fastest car on the grid all season? Honestly, we're not stupid. Like, you might think we're stupid, we're not. Like, F1 fans are not that stupid to work out that that car was perfectly stable to go around that corner quite easily. Like, you just didn't want to turn it in because you knew Hamilton was on the right hand side, and you knew it would force Hamilton off the road. It would keep the position, right? So I'm sorry, and you know what? A part of me agrees with Pierre Gasly in the sense here, because like Pierre Gasly said in his press conference, they should bring back gravel traps. I perfectly agree with him, to be honest, because if he had done that in that Grand Prix, like both of them would have been out, and situations not helped Hamilton in any way, but at least it stopped him winning the race. You know what I mean? At least there have been gravel traps there that would have stopped him trying to make such a maneuver, because obviously he does want to win the race to take points off, to extend his advantage up at the front of the field. I think he at that moment he knew he lost that race, and in that moment he was losing maybe a grip that he'd had so long on the championship. It looked like it, no matter what Mercedes were throwing at him, he was not being stopped. And now all of a sudden, Mercedes have got an all dominant Mercedes, right? And he doesn't now know how to deal with it, right? And I think now he's also feeling the pressure of what it's like trying to win your first title, even though you're 19 points in front. Like Hamilton didn't get this luxury in his first championship year. Like, he lost the championship by 1 point, and he went into the last race of the season where he needed only to finish fifth if Massa won the race, which meant he would have got 5 points. So yeah, it was only like 5 points difference. He won it by 1 point. You know what I mean? So it's like he's got a much bigger gap to worry about this time. Right, but not now. It's 14 points. But like, I want to see your reaction to it. Like, what's your reaction to it so far? Is like, because I've seen some of Twitter, and some of Twitter just exploded against him. Like, and I don't feel sorry for him in a sense. I don't. I actually don't. Because you brought it on yourself, mate. You brought it on yourself. You deliberately, quite happily. Ooh, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Right. I'll show you this, and this is also key because it shows telemetry. Like, I can do it in steals, so bear with me. Look, so as I said, Hamilton's braking at the braking point, coming up to the braking point, backing off, braking, right, for turn 4. He's now on the brakes. Like, Verstappen is now he's decided to brake at the 50-meter mark. He's broke way too late. He's broke over half. But he's broken about half a second quicker. Like less, which is so much more less, and that means like he's gonna come steaming down the inside. See, so now he's right alongside, and if you see the onboard, you see where look, there it is. Look, there's Hamilton's front wing. Like, and look, if he's coming through here, right, Hamilton was here at one point. You look at Hamilton, look, Hamilton's now having to turn out of the steering, seeing at Max, all of a sudden, he's just coming straight across him. He's just not getting any room whatsoever. Look, he's coming in, right, Hamilton's braking, thinking, but you can tell, look, Hamilton's turning is so much more sharper than Max, because that's the turning angle you're supposed to have for that corner. Now, if you forward it on for a second, see that Hamilton turns it even more, but Max Verstappen doesn't even move the steering wheel. And then Hamilton realizes he's just going to come straight across him and has to back out the steering, right? And then turn even more to get out the way, which meant, like, look, and then out. So if he'd come out, you see where the rumble strips are there on the top left. If he'd come out just past them, I would have said, yeah, okay, he's a bit too late and they've gone off, right? That's fine. But the fact is, he's not even done that. He's just completely nowhere near the road. Look at him. He's nowhere near the white line. Right? Don't forget, they were missing that white line by millimeters and having their times deleted. He's nowhere near it. So he's, like, clearly gained an advantage to stay on the circuit and keep his position. Now, in the rules, you can't do that. That's against the rules. You can't do that. Right? Go off track limits to keep the lead. You can't do that. It says it in the rules. So the fact we're sitting here waiting for a review is bullshit, because it should have been punished during the Grand Prix, because it's in the rules. And how do I know it's in the rules? Because Hamilton did an overtake in 2008 that he managed to complete, but he completed it and then went straight off the road. And then they said you needed to give that position back, and they gave him a penalty for it. So why isn't it the same for Hamilton? Why is it not the same for Max? Why is Max not getting the same treatment? See what I mean? I'm astounded. I am absolutely just astounded why I'm sitting here on a Thursday night, and I'm still sitting here talking about this. This should have been dealt with by now. This should have been out of doubt, bang, penalty, done, straight away, finished, finito. Don't have to worry about it anymore. But no, like, we are still sitting here, like, 48. We're still sitting here a whole week later, and we ain't still found a solution. And the fact that they're saying we didn't have the upload at the time, bullshit. If Hamilton had hit him at that point and he'd gone into the wall, you would be asking for that footage straight away for a safety aspect. So don't tell me the FIA could not get that uploaded. That is crap. That is crap. That is Massey trying to cover his own ass for failing to deal with the issue there and then. Like, and do you know what's even worse? Like, the fact that I've also seen people on a live stream that are quite happy to see Max get run Hamilton off the road like that, right? And more than willing to accept him take out Hamilton, right, and put him in a wall. if you honestly are cheering for that and wouldn't mind seeing that and cheering for that, don't watch F1 anymore, because you have no respect for the safety standards of F1. You have no respect for the amount of people that have died to make the sport safe, right? And you should definitely not be a part of the sport and not be a fan of it. So get lost. We don't need fans like you, like trying to disregard total safety aspect because of your agenda of one guy, one genuine nicely guy, right? That Hamilton is. He's a genuinely nice guy, right? That has fought for a lot of issues, and he's earned his way to be in this position right now, and he's one of the cleanest, fairest races you'll ever meet in your life, right? And all this season, he's had either trolls on social media, Christian Horner, or Red Bull in general try and tar his name for the mud, saying he's a dirty driver. Never, never has been, never will be. Right? Maybe they need to take a look in the mirror, look at Max Verstappen first. Right? I'm sorry, but if you're quite happy to accept him run Hamilton off the road just to win a championship, please don't watch F1 again, please. We don't need fans like you, right? Because we don't need another episode of 1994, what happened there, or what happened to Jules Bianchi, or what happened to Antoine Hubert, because we decided to put that racing over safety. I'm sorry, we all love good racing, don't we all? But there has to be safety first. You have to put safety first. I'm sorry. That's why, like next season, the cars are so much stronger in front and all tests that they do to make them gain homologation. They have to be like safe. It has to be safe as it can be. And I'm sorry, Max needs to start learning. You can't keep doing moves like this. Hamilton learned it in 2011. Right? It used to be every time that Hamilton saw an opportunity, he'd go down it. Right? But you can see now with the way Hamilton got back for the field, like he picked his moments. He knew when to attack, when to go for it, when to back down. So like there you go. So it's just about, for me, it's about just the FIA need to step in with Max and say, look, this is not on. We're not going to accept you doing this anymore. And if you don't like it, just don't watch another. Don't come back to the sport. Then, like, I'm sorry, but it's got to be fair for everyone else. Like, because if this was Hamilton doing this, right, the amount of hate the guy would get it would be unreal. I'll probably be sitting on Instagram clearing the messages off, right? But it's despicable. I'm stunned. I'm sitting here on a Friday night. I'm still talking about this. It's just unreal. Right, this should be sorted by now. Right, it's just the FIA have got no balls. Got no balls about them to just do the right thing. Do the right thing, right? Whether it's a time penalty or a grid penalty, he deserves a bloody penalty, right? Everyone will be asking for Hamilton's head rather than a penalty if it was Hamilton, right? But no, like even the whole of Twitter jumped on Hamilton's case and said, "No, it's Max's fault." What does that tell you, right? And like Max is usually the guy who gets driver of the day. Like, come on, like what Max has just proven in that one move, he's proven the fact that Hamilton's not the dirty driver. It's Verstappen that's the dirty driver. That's what he is. Like, it's like someone mentioned in one of the comments down below in that video. It's like that sort of move was like if I was playing on F1 2021, right, and the lads have been drunk. Like, that's that sort of move. I don't care who I hurt. I'm gonna just bang them out of the way. Like, you get those trolls on the F1 game online all the time where they just jump on and they just take you out of the first turn. That's what that move looked like. It was more like, I'm gonna just turn in, I'm gonna just brake so late, just hardly turn in and watch you get run off the road and when I keep the lead. That's exactly what it looked like to me. It looked like someone who just like didn't care who he hurt. Like, no, Bargav, I sent you the link by the way. They haven't announced the penalty yet. It will be announced tomorrow if there will be a right to review to look into it further and ask for a penalty. It's got to go past the review stage first to then ask to then say you can go and appeal the decision. I think it will go past that, then you've got to appeal the decision. But the fact we're sitting here talking about it now a week on is bullshit. It should be done. It should have been done, finished during that Grand Prix. But of course, it's Max Verstappen, so the onboard is disappearing for about 3 days and then magically appears. Like, you know what I mean? It's crap. Like, I'm sorry. Like, the FIA have just let themselves down big time with this. And you know what? I'm not gonna feel sorry for him because like I said, he painted his target on his own back. Like, and he's been told by Hamilton in 2018 and by Vettel in 2018 just to like, even when he lost that race in 2018 in Brazil because he hit a back marker, see, he gave him no space to cut across straight in front of him. Like, even Hamilton said, you would just let him by. You would just overtake him in 2 laps. Right? He didn't want to listen. He didn't want to listen to someone's advice. And this is what you get. Like, you know what I mean? So, it's ridiculous. Oh, sorry. And with that, I'm going to wrap it up. I'll wrap it up in a minute. But I just want to end on one thing as well. And I'll show it just in a sec. I will show it in a sec, actually. Let me have a look on Twitter. Oh, look on Twitter. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe, by the way. So I just need to go back and find it. Oh yeah, this is like, someone wanted to have a go at me about Lewis at Silverstone, right? Saying that what this guy said. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you on Twitter. Put a link in the chat as well. Gonna share it on Twitter. So this guy said, like, side by side, no, he was behind, quite a distance behind it too. He didn't need to check. Lewis was reversing his car already at that time. Stop trying to paint Max as a dirty driver when he's not aggressive. Yes, dirty, no, really. Right, check it frame by frame. Just before the corner, he was alongside Max. How can he know if Lewis is okay from being in the car on the radio, not asking if he's okay? The move today showed Max is willing to take both of Max to win the title. And then quickly, if anyone's, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this for the last time, and it goes to all those people and all those people that I know that do live streams and they hate Hamilton, right? they sit there with their agenda against Hamilton, right, and say that like they even say that Hamilton deliberately tried to kill freaking Max Verstappen in this move. Yeah, right. Honestly, look at that frame. Look at the frame. Look, 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 look. Let side by side. Hamilton is side by side at the entrance to Copse corner. Simple. I am not hearing this anymore of he was never alongside Max Verstappen. He was so alongside, it was unreal. Right, at the entrance to Copse. This means you are allowed a car width of space. Right? And it was Max who changed his steering angle yet again mid-corner, bit like in Brazil. Right? Steering to right. Yeah. Like, he was steering as well as much as he could as well because he tried to avoid it. Max, don't forget, like, if we look at the onboard at Max on British Grand Prix, we look at Max Brazilian Grand Prix, he does the same thing. Changes his steering angle mid-corner. Mid-corner. But hang on, Max. You just said in Brazil you can't change it mid-corner because you'll spin the car. So why'd you do it in Brazil and Silverstone? Basically, you're a professional bullshitter, right? And I'm not surprised because you've got Christian Horner like sniffing your ass because he loves you because you're winning these races, right? So you know what I mean. So, and that's another problem, like Horner, like, and the whole reason this whole agenda has started against Hamilton, like about how he's a dirty driver and this, that, and all the other, is because of this move and what those scandalous people at Red Bull did, right, under Horner, who would quite happily say he tried to put him in hospital on purpose, or he tried to even make it look like Hamilton deliberately tried to take him out and had no right to be in that corner by showing some new evidence 2 weeks later by getting Albon to do some track time. Yeah, are you gonna get Max? Are you gonna get Albon in the simulator to try and prove that it wasn't Max's fault? Oh no, you won't do that this weekend because let me think. You know he's guilty. Like, you won't do it this weekend, but I bet if it was Lewis, you would be getting that Albon in that simulator before you knew it. So, right, Red Bull, like they say they're there for the racing and this, that, and all the other and the competition. They're not. They're there for just what? So we can have a drink. So we can have an energy drink. Is that it? Right. Because I'm sorry, they are professional bullshitters, a lot of them. Like, and I'm sorry, I used to like Red Bull at times. I can't stand them anymore. I can't stand them anymore. I can't stand them. Like, I can't stand Max. The way Max is acted all season, he does not deserve this championship. And I hope Hamilton absolutely destroys him in his last few races and puts him in his place. Right? I really do. I really do. Like, people want to clip me afterwards after he hasn't, then fine. Do it. I don't care because that's how I feel. He doesn't deserve this championship. Not in the slightest. Like, guy's been an absolute dickhead all season. Like, and I'm fed up with it. Like, it's come to a point now that even most of the fans on Twitter, like, are having an argument against it, are actually saying it as well, like, and calling him out on it. So there you go. Like, and they're supposed to be all fucking, they're all supposed to be Max Verstappen wannabes. Like, you know what I mean? Like flyboys. But there you go. I'm gonna have to end it there, man. I'm gonna have to end it there because I'm getting late. Yeah, I'll have to end it there. But make sure to check the video as well. Make sure to hit the like on the video. hit the subscribe button as well. It's sort of sometimes difficult to keep explaining and the same thing. Like when it's like just yourself, it's nice to get another opinion. But like we've got the checker flag show tomorrow. Like, you know what I mean? We've got checker flag show tomorrow. That will definitely, yeah, we'll definitely be over that tomorrow at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. we'll be doing it. So make sure you check out then. Gone on Small Corners, I'll be on at Football United TV at 10 p.m. So make sure you're going to do that at 10 p.m. tomorrow. Until then, everyone stay safe, stay well, and we will see you soon.